Well, excellent. Thank you very much, Will. The 177 have made their way out into the circuit. And, Will, I just wanted to remind you that, in case you didn't notice, there is a scrutineering building behind you where you don't have to get so wet. So you could stand under there next time. Just a pre-warning.
I know, that's great, that is. Come and do the paddock interviews, Will. It's karting, it's glamorous, they said. The words rat and drown spring to mind there. But great words from Ethan Jeff Hall. Here we go then. Daniel Tate, Lewis Large, Nathan Chafer, Philip Howarth, Henry Ayres, Sam Winter, Colin Davis, Matthew Easton, Callum Porter, Ryan Evans, Cole Edwards, Liam Rabjohns. They are your 12 Rotax 177 finalists in order. Lights are out. We're off and racing.
Good start at the front then, so everyone making it towards turn one and keeping it on the tarmac at turn one? Yes.
Just about, yeah, well done.
They are.
Now, Daniel Tate, so Tate, now the drivers who had that extra race on wet tyres earlier on this morning, Tate, Sam Winter, and the third driver, his name escapes me, Liam Rabjohns, they are now at a bit of a disadvantage technically because they've done an extra 10 minutes on those wet tyres and the track wasn't as wet as that. And I mean, Daniel Tate has ignored that and is cleared off into the distance already. Here comes Philip Howarth though, in the comp kart side by side with Lewis Large for second position. Howarth doesn't make the move there, he falls back into line.
Yep.
Chafer on the CRG is fourth, and then it's Winter, Ayres, Davis, Easton, Edwards, Porter, Rabjohns and Evans.
In these wet conditions, I'm sure there's a lot of chafing going on in these suits as well. So.
Oh, Philip Howarth has gone running very wide. Now, Philip Howarth, he's a yokel to the circuit, a local, sorry.
Yep, local.
Sorry, Philip, the yokel. He knows his track very, very well in these conditions, so he is going to be trying to get ahead, get past the Lewis Large in front of him and get on after Daniel Tate as quickly as possible.
Indeed.
But at the moment, Lewis Large, meanwhile, is closing in, and this is could we be seeing the result of Daniel Tate using his wet tyres too much in that second heat this morning?
Daniel Tate about to find out his fate. But Louis Large, purple sectors all the way throughout. I'm giving you amazing puns here, and you're just ignoring all of them.
No, I wasn't ignoring. I was marvelling at it, and I was trying to think. Daniel Tate. It's a shame that it's not Louis Lyle. It's not Lyle Large. It's Louis, because then it'd be Tate and Lyle, and that'd be sweet like sugar. I see your pun and raise you one.
Yeah, a much better one as well.
No. But I mean, Daniel Tate. Look at the trajectory of the kart as he comes through the kick down towards thing. Yeah, Daniel Tate is struggling. There's the move. Not quite, but Tate is really struggling. He's starting to back the pack up. I think his tyres are already saying that they don't like these conditions. Louis Large, Philip Howarth, Nathan Chafer, Sam Winter, all there. Now, Sam Winter, another driver who's used those wet tyres for an extra race, but that Red Speed chassis seemed maybe he was a little bit kinder to his tyres in that race, although he is now dropping back a little bit. So the drivers in second, third and fourth have got fresher tyres than our race leader.
Yeah, so what you saw there is Daniel Tate took a really tight line through the Hans hairpin, hooked his front wheels onto that inside curb, which flicked him round, and he got the power on nice and early, where Louis Large took the wider line, and it just got loose from him and opened up that gap. So two different racing lines through the Hans hairpin. I'm sure now Louis Large is going to have learnt from that now and just see what he does this time around. I'll be curious to know. Daniel Tate, though, fastest lap of the race on that one. So here's Tate into the corner, hooks that inside. Look at that. Large follows.
I know, and Daniel Tate really kind of blowing my theory about his tyres going out of the water because I think his tyres going off by setting a fastest lap of the race.
Yeah.
Now, Daniel Sabula in our track walk yesterday said, and again, that Billy's blind, you're trying to you hook those tyres over the curb, that's where the grip is in the rain. Sometimes, he said, sometimes you just got to, all these karts have got chassis protectors on them, sometimes you just got to sacrifice the kart to things. So look at that. So Tate, he uses that curb to hook the kart round again.
Yeah.
And so he had a lap to ease down, maybe cool the tyres off a little bit, and now he's pushing on again. Yeah. Howarth in the number 66, Chafer in the number 99. Chasing hard, third and fourth, Winter in the 77. Defending champion Henry Ayres, only sixth at the minute, and he's actually falling back into the clutches of his KR Sport teammate Matthew Easton. So the defending champion not really a factor here at the moment, Anthony.
No, so it's surprising to see because it was so dominant last year as well. So the difference a winter can make, and a long winter break it was, of course, again this time around. We were supposed to start a lot sooner than originally planned, but
I'm glad they held it off so we get the nice weather.
I know, I'm glad they waited for the nice weather. It's helped massively. In towards the first corner, and again 7.5 minutes to go. Still Dan Tate leading the way. Now looking at the sector times, Louis Large, he was faster in sector 1, he's faster in sector 2 as well, and as you can see, it's closing up at the back of the field though. That's Colin Davis and Colt Edwards.
Yeah, I was going to say the E-plate. The E-plate is the English champion.
Yes.
So sometimes we haven't got one, but you have the S-plate. That's a Scottish Super Series winner. There's an IRL plate for the All-Ireland champion.
Yep.
Sadly, and there's Nathan Chafer having a little nibble at the inside of Philip Howarth, going through Billy's blind. Chafer at the inside, 2 wheels over the curb. The CRG passing the comp cart there. Chafer into third. Now, Howarth's going to get him back now, down the Sturmey straight. And Chafer sideways. Howarth, good car control, good battling here as they head out of Han Hairpin into the horseshoe, avoiding that puddle. So there is some standing water on the inside of the circuit there. It's offline, but some of the drivers are actually putting their left wheel through that puddle because it slows the cart down suddenly and it hooks it left, which is where they want to turn. Very, very smart driving indeed, I think.
Yes, I think you are correct on that one. Oh, and you can just see there, again, hooking that inside curb does Nathan Chafer there. He likes to hook that curb on the inside of there, but it really unsettles the kart, and that's what you've got to be careful. You don't want to unsettle it too much. Yes, okay, you're on the wet tyres, but you can very easily just lose the back end so quickly. Runs a little bit wide there out of Hans Hairpin as well.
Now watch into this corner. There's a puddle on the right-hand side of the circuit. Howarth and Chafer avoid it this time. But some of the drivers behind them, they're putting their front wheel through the tyre just to help the kart turn in. It's a deliberate thing. The rain is coming down harder and harder and harder.
It's that really sideways rain here, isn't it?
It's that really wet rain. It is.
Yeah, really wet rain.
But Chafer, now that Nathan Chafer has passed Philip Howarth, and again, he was somewhat he was aggressive when he passed Howarth. So Philip Howarth thinking to himself, okay, Nathan, now go and catch some lights. If you're that much quicker than me, I'll let you go, but you've got to catch the man in front. And Philip Howarth, he's looking over his shoulder. Maybe the setup's going away a little bit. But I suppose if Nathan Chafer, and to be fair, Nathan Chafer is slowly gaining on Lewis Large. This time around, he's 2/10 quicker on this lap.
There you go. You can see
it's raining in the commentary box now.
Is it all coming through the window, is it?
That's right.
It might be, yes. We've got cables up and down, so...
I know, the nice warm double glazing. That's one of the windows.
I know.
Just let the wiring in.
I opened my window as well, but not for cables.
Okay. That was...
Other reasons.
Very good, very good. Now, there's Nathan Chafer chasing Louis Large. Daniel Tate, meanwhile, he's obviously eased back a little bit, and now he's beginning to pull away. And he's just set another new fast lap of the race, 41.60. So his tyres are actually fine. It's now Louis Large that is struggling a little bit. Chafer, Howarth, Winter, Ayres, Easton, Davis, Edwards, Porter, Rab, Johnson, Evans. All 12 drivers still running. As I say that, Cole Edwards pulls in to retire. Sorry, Cole Edwards fans. I put the mockers on him straight away. So, looking at the statistics for the 177 class.
Your statistic book?
My statistics book, which Henry Ayres, he's equally the most successful driver in the class with 3 wins. Now, Daniel Tate hasn't competed in this championship in its current guise since its inception back in 2019, so this will be his first appearance in the series. I mean, Nathan Chafer's got 2 wins. Matthew Easton's got a win as well. Looking down, so Lewis Large has got a couple of podiums, never finished higher than 3rd though. So at the moment, Lewis Large on course for a career best effort in the Motorsport UK British Kart Championship. Obviously before then, he was the 2018 British champion, but that wasn't a Motorsport UK Run Championship, if you get my drift.
I do get your drift.
Thank you. Now, Strawberry Racing, likewise, they have never won a 177 race before either in the British Championship since the start of 2019. And they're on course as well to do something very successful in this race. But again, Daniel Tate, he can't relax. The gap's less than 2 seconds, and now Nathan Chafer has caught Lewis Large for second. Here we come, sliding on the run down towards Billy Blind. Great kart control. They hook the inside of the curb. Chafer in Large's wheel tracks and looking very good.
It just looks like Chafer's got far more control out there with the tyres that he's got on that kart. It looks like he can just turn in a bit tighter. He can get on the power a little bit earlier. You know, it just looks just far more comfortable.
Yeah, and it's remarkable. He's a privateer, so it's just a family-run team, and there's no other CRG here to get data from or anything like that, which is, you know, remarkable. And it's very well done. So now Chafer in the wheel tracks. He's almost pushing Large down. He backs off going through the kink into Billy's. Can't get to the inside. Less than 2 minutes to go. Through the S's now. Again, Chafer using a lot more curve. The back end steps out a little bit there. He quickly checks over his shoulder. So he's lost ground. So he knew that he lost ground because instantly the slide, check over his shoulders to make sure that he wasn't under attack. Now he's got to get his head down and re-catch Louis Large, who is in second position. Around the horseshoe there. Now, asking, do we still run gearbox karts? Yes, we do. The KZ2 Gearbox British Championship starts next weekend at Shellington. We will be covering that as well for those of you what like shifters.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I was going to say something there, but I thought, again, my filter turned on.
Yeah, okay, yes.
My filter turned on.
I mean, luckily, mine broke years ago.
I know.
I just about control it. Chafer again. Closing back in, and Philip Howarth's not out of this one yet either, in fourth place, the number 66 kart. Sam Winter still runs in fifth. Ayres is sixth, Easton seventh, Davis eighth, Porter ninth, Rab Johns 10th, Ryan Evans in 11th place.
Good running then from the entirety of that.
Less than a minute to go. Yeah, there's your race leader, number 29, Strawberry Racing's Daniel Tate. Oh, Louis Large sideways through the kink on the main straight there, and that's going to give Nathan Chafer a little bit of extra momentum. This is good. So Chafer now, he's got to control the back end of the kart coming out there. Again, Chafer, just a bit of a slide. That is going to lose him momentum, cost him momentum. Howarth is there as well.
Good running from them at the moment, but like you just say, can't quite get the momentum to overtake you. So it's one thing to catch up, but it's one thing to actually get past, and that's what we're seeing in this one. The conditions are just terrible. Like, you know, it's just adding another factor to make it too difficult to overtake. But let's just see what can happen. We'll see that last lap board come out next time around, because of course your race leader, Daniel Tate, Strawberry Racing, is 3 seconds up the road further from these guys. And of course he's already passed the line before that 0 came down. So last lap board will be seen this time by your race leader. And, of course, that is when I think we'll see Chafer go for that
really
lunge.
Give it all good space. Just to answer a couple more questions, are the KZ2 karts, the super karts, so the KZ2 are the short circuit karts, the super karts, the 160 mile an hour efforts, they've got their own separate long circuit championship. And are tyre changes allowed in karting? Well, yes, they are technically. There's nothing against tyre changes, but you don't.
No.
Because it's too much time. It costs too much time. So what you start on is what you finish on. Last lap board goes out. Louis Large all over the curbs, the kink there. He misses the apex though at Billy's Blind. Is that going to give Nathan Chafer a whiff of an opportunity?
Potentially. They come into the Sturmey straight. There's your race leader, Dan Tate, in the lead. The number 29. Not close enough for a move there is Chafer. Has to stay behind. That is going to allow Louis Large to hold on to that second place. And as you were saying, second place is best finish for this championship.
In this iteration of the championship. He's had two third place finishes in 2018. Now Louis Large, there goes Daniel Tate. He takes his first British Championship win in the Wera Tours Motorsport UK British Championship. And Louis Large does hold on to take second position. His best finish since 2018. Nathan Chafer, his first podium since 2019. Philip Howarth, a top 4 finish on his return, and Sam Winter rounds out the top 5. There come the remaining drivers, Henry Ayres and his KR Sport teammates Matthew Easton, 6th and 7th. Ultimate R Racing's Callum Porter is 8th, Liam Rabjohns is 9th, Ryan Evans 10th, and Colin Davis on the last lap seemed to fall back and to finish in 11th position. But you can see there at the top of your screen by the white truck, Strawberry Racing team, hands in the air. They're pleased with Daniel Tate's effort.
And indeed they should be.
Yeah, indeed they should be. So Tate will now go in a 19-lap race in the final. He sort of did dominate it. He was under pressure in the early running and then sort of eased away. The main point of interest was Lewis Large's battle with Nathan Chafer and Philip Howarth for second. Chafer potentially the move of the race on Philip Howarth to take over P3, and then he held it off. It just wasn't quite going to happen. I think Nathan he rode his luck a little bit, tried to pass Howarth, and it was aggressive, but it was clean. I think he probably thought I've made enough deposits to the luck bank for this race. If I try and open my account again, the machine might take my card, so to speak. So he decided not to go all guns blazing at Lewis Large. Now, Uncle Will down on the grid shortly to speak to Daniel Tate. Very shortly at the end of this one, let's hear from our winner. Go, take it away, Uncle Will.
We're down here with the winner of 177 at the Wera Tools British Kart Championships Round 1, Daniel Tate. Daniel, congratulations. Tricky conditions out there. How do you feel?
Yeah, very pleased with the win. It was a hard race, but I think we had more pace in the wet than we did in the dry, so I'm quite glad it rained.
How tricky has it been this weekend having mixed conditions, different every session?
Yeah, it's been hard. Like mechanics, my mechanics done an absolute mint job of getting the right call every time. It's been very important that the right changes are made for the right conditions.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations, Daniel. Thanks for your time. Brilliant job out there today, and congratulations.
Cheers.
Back to you.